Okay, students, so I'm in the weekly work folder, and I want to give you a quick overview of what a learning module will look like. That's this planning icon, this planner book. That's what the Blackboard tool that I'm using to organize our content every week, and I just want to be sure that you can navigate through a learning module smoothly, because there's a couple quirky things that sometimes happen. So assuming you've taken the check-in quiz, you've scored 100%, you have access to Module 1, here's what you'll see when you get in there and you start to navigate through the module. You've still got your course menu along the left-hand side. That doesn't go away. Now, however, you'll see another menu which is labeled Table of Contents with the links specific to this learning module. Okay, and then you see a content page here with the text and the videos and the links and everything that pertains to the highlighted link, in this case overview. So overview is highlighted and here's the content in overview. Once I read through this content, watch the video, etc., I go to the next page of the learning module, and I can do so by clicking on the link here, the next link in the table of contents that will highlight that link. I also have the option though of paging through the module with the paging arrows. So I've got back and forward arrows here that take me through the pages of the module. In this first one, there's 11 pages of my module. I've also over here on the top right, I have paging buttons that will take me through the module this way. Okay, so there's, as you can see, a few ways of navigating through the screens of a particular module. Now in this module, I've got 6 content pages, and then I've got a folder that will describe the week 1 graded activities to you, and then inside are the links to those particular activities, to each of the particular activities. Okay, so that's how this week 1 is set up. Now you can collapse that week 1 folder. Just make sure that you do expand it, because those are the links that you're going to be using in some cases to submit the assignment. For example, share your selfie. So the things that can get confusing with the learning module is when you start clicking on the buttons up here in the table of contents. Let me go back to overview. Oops. And we'll open up that main page again of the module. Now let's say, and this can be really handy, right? Let me first show you that you can hide the course menu. Now it's a little hard to see because it's behind the table of contents menu, but there's actually a little button, an arrow button that pops up there. I don't know if you can see it. Here, let me go back to the home page. I'll show you. On our home page, see that guy? That arrow button actually collapses our course menu, and then you can bring it back by pulling that arrow button back. So you kind of have to look for that arrow button. It gives you a little bit more screen real estate for navigating through the course. So you do have that option. Just don't close it and then forget how to get it back open. That's when you kind of get trapped. So open it back up. Okay, back into weekly work. So you have that option of collapsing course menu at any time. When you're inside of a course of a learning module, you also have that arrow is still there. It's just kind of hidden back there behind the scenes. But the table of contents button here, you can minimize the table of contents. So see what I did? I clicked on that first button, minimizes your table of contents. And then you have to know that you need to click on that same button again to expand it. So minimize, expand, minimize, expand. You can also maximize the table of contents, so you can make these links even bigger. Make this table of contents even wider, should you choose to do so. That's what the middle button does. The thing that throws learners off is that you can also move the table of contents to the bottom. So notice what I just did. I clicked on the arrow button here, and this throws that table of contents down along the bottom of the screen instead. So you can kind of say, oh no, where'd my table of contents go? Suddenly I'm lost and I don't know how to get through it. It's actually down here. Now imagine we did that and we collapsed it. Oh my goodness. Now it's along the bottom and collapsed, and I have to know to expand it and move it back up to the side to get it back to the default location. So I just want you to know that those are possibilities, and perhaps those would be your preferences. That's up to you. You can decide how to do that. I just don't want you to accidentally click one of those buttons and then not be able to get it back. You'll also find that the behavior of a learning module is a little bit different depending on which browser you're using. That's why I really recommend to you Firefox. In Chrome, when I navigate through the learning module, it takes forever for the table of contents to load. So that's why I don't recommend Google Chrome for navigating through the modules. Really your best bet is going to be Firefox, and then just keeping in mind that you have the option to collapse these menus, which can be great for navigating through the content of the module. Just don't find yourself trapped and unable to get back to where you started, back to where you need to be. Okay? Like, looks like there we go. We're back to where we need to be, back to the home page. Okay, that's navigating learning modules. We're going to be using those in our weekly work link of the course menu. Let me know if you've got any problems with that.